I'm just going to kind of start a little bit of this, and we won't get too far, so we obviously don't have as much time to go through that. What are called function operations. And this is really just another way of writing combined like terms. For example, we can have something that looks like f of x is 2x. And f of x, or sorry, g of x is x plus 3. Those are two functions. Remember, functions are equations that work where they, for every value of x that you give, you only get one possible value of y. Do you guys remember talking about what's called that vertical line test? Way back. If you graph something, you take your pencil and you see if it doesn't touch the two x values at the same time. That's what that means. Okay. What function notation is that we can write things differently. I can create a new function by combining these two functions. So I can say that there's some new function created, h of x, that is f of x plus g of x. This is some of the terminology that they use pretty often. F of x, g of x, h of x, that just means y equals y equals y equals. Okay, it's just a bunch of different equations. Now, this new function h is made up of, well, f plus g. Well, what's the f of x equation? It's 2x. So this newly formed equation would be 2x plus, well, what's the g of x equation? X plus 3. So what's 2x plus x plus 3? That's all it is. It is quite literally telling you what to do because they are going to give you specific equations. It is combined like terms. Okay? It is combined like terms. You can do the same thing with multiplying. Or subtraction, excuse me. Let's do subtraction. F of x minus g of x. Well, what was the f of x equation? It was 2x. Be careful when you subtract, especially when your equation has multiple parts. What are you going to forget? Distribute, okay? Because you're subtracting the entire equation. The equation of g of x was x plus 3, which means you would have to subtract both parts. Does that make sense? This is a mistake that most people make. So your new equation would be 2x minus 3. Again, combining like terms, you get x minus 3. What changes if I want to multiply them? No. Oh, yeah. That's what you're saying, yeah. If I want to multiply them, yeah, the only thing that changes, it would be f of x times g of x. Well, and you just distribute. Okay. Same thing goes for with division. If you wanted to see division, you would just write it. It tells you which equation to put where. You could do g of x divided by f of x. You can do f of x divided by g of x. You can do any one of them. You can take g of x, subtract f of x. It all depends on how it's just written. It is quite literally combined like terms. Does it get a little bit fancier with some exponent rules here and there eventually? Yeah. Will we worry about that tomorrow? Yeah. All right. So, let me see here. Yes. We might as well say congratulations, Miss Emma. There were 3 of them. Get better at golf. Right?
Next one.
What's funny is that when I had what's his name? It was the same picture he had when he was
Yeah.
It was the same picture that Austin had.
They were like, hold up a golf ball. They're like, ooh, that looks cool. And I was like, Austin, already did this.
Yeah, because I remember I had Austin when he won this his sophomore year too. So, congratulations, it's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Sir.
Do you only pull it from one newspaper, or is it like the main link to Daily Con?
You know, what I usually do is I read the paper. We get we have a subscription to the newspaper. I get the newspaper, but a lot of times when I'm eating breakfast in the morning, I'm reading the paper while I'm eating breakfast because I'm usually changing lessons. I'm putting grades in. I'm doing stuff like that while I'm working while I'm eating a lot of times. So I'll see these pictures, and that's why I pull them off of online, because I don't think all three of the pictures were in the actual paper. There might have only been one of them, you know, and it's like that. And that's why sometimes you see all these little extra ones where they'll have extra pictures thrown in there. Let's look at this real quick. I think this is the next section.
We don't have to look at it today.
No, I want to give you guys at least a couple of these to try. Let's do. Obviously, I might be able to do all of these. Why don't you guys do 21 through 26, because you don't know how to do the FOGs yet, okay? So this is on 402. I'll put this online. I got to change what I have on there, I think. We'll do numbers 21 through 26, okay? Those 6 problems. Now, what they did here with this nomenclature, just to show you real quick. Nomenclature, yes. Murphy knows big words. The way they wrote it, instead of saying f of x plus g of x, they wrote the quantity f plus g of x. So what this means, f plus g of x, this means f of x and then g of x. That's all that means. Yeah, and it means all the same thing, okay? They just write it out separate. They show the operation of x. A lot of textbooks do this method. They mean the exact same thing, okay? Just so you guys know. Try those 6. We'll worry about the other stuff, which are called composite functions. Ugh. Hey, watch out when you do your division stuff. You might be able to factor that f of x to make it simplify out further. Okay? That helps a little bit more for you, so you can get a better picture. You want to open your book?
You know, you just show like a television.